People ask me all the time what I mix Total ISO in. Honestly, I mix it with everything. Water, egg whites.
What the f, Jay?
Capone, Daisy.
Jay, seriously? Don't.
We're back. Do you see how beautiful this is? Yeah. Angie got that for me.
Wow.
Because 6 years ago, yesterday, we met.
Oh, okay.
Her and I met.
Anniversary.
So it's kind of like, and the funny thing is at first I wasn't looking at her like, oh, I want to date her. I just went in the pool and we were hanging out and she was waiting on me, and 6 years later, here we are, dude. I want to show you something pretty cool though. This is the newest of the new.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Essentials line. So we have straight creatine now, and we have glutamine. I don't know if you've used glutamine.
I love glutamine, yeah.
So I'm actually going to take a little bit of glutamine.
Label, it's different.
Yeah, this is part of the Essential series. So these are now available on jcutler.com. Yeah, so pretty cool label, huh?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Feel it. Feel the mat.
Yeah, it's very pharmaceutical.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. Going to launch a whole with some collagen under that line, and we have the new high stim Prevail actually too.
What's it called?
Yeah, Prevail Rush. So almost 400 mgs of caffeine. It's going to scare some of you people.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it.
But we're gonna do a little different series today, guys. So we have so many questions that come in, and we're trying to get to, we had this little J Talks. What do we call it? J Talks, or J-Talks. So this is basically a J Talks, but mixed with Jaywalking, right? J Talks walks.
We're gonna merge the two. Jaywalking and J Talk.
But the travel schedule's been pretty hectic. I just got back from the Arnold UK. Awesome trip. Was very, very brief. And then, of course, I'm back, but I'm working towards this Fit to 50. So I posted up on Instagram the other day, me doing ab crunches. So I'm training abs every other day now. And I said, just about 10 months to go. So 10 months is August of 2023, which we're doing this crazy transformation to 50. So probably the last 4 to 6 months are gonna be pretty intense. So we're gonna try to document that. And, ideally, what I'd love to do is shoot a documentary. Like, that would be the topic of it, but we'll see if that happens or not.
You were just telling me off camera that you just did the podcast with Meals about the Arnold UK. You guys gotta go watch that. I guess it's really popular, right?
You had opinions on what we thought, my first impression of Andrew Jacked.
Yeah.
Which one of our questions, actually, I'm gonna start this before we even start walking, is someone asked me who are the top 5 bodybuilders, okay, and why, of all time.
Right now? Oh, of all time, okay.
Which, listen, I'm gonna say Coleman just because he put the body past whatever we thought. I think Dorian Yates, because he changed the game, right? He definitely changed what it was all about. You have to put Lee Haney in there. That's the third. I mean, he's set the first record. For sure, Arnold, right? Arnold's in there 100%. So we have Lee, Dorian, Ronnie, Arnold. And then there's one more that I would say the greatest bodybuilders. I would have to almost say Sergio Oliva. Sergio was way ahead of his time, and that's why. So Arnold, obviously I think he was ahead of his time. 7-time champ. Dorian was a 6-time champ. Ronnie and Lee are both 8 times. Listen, Dexter could be in that also. I mean, Phil Heath could be in there. Like, there's a lot of great guys, but I have not to take anything away from those 2 guys, because I think people will question that. I would love people's opinions on it, but definitely Dorian changed the game. Like, he definitely, he was like the mystery to everyone. Ronnie Coleman just pushed the body. I mean, I don't think anyone will duplicate that physique. Lee Haney is the original record setter, broke Arnold's record. Arnold, who won 7, came back to win it. And then also, I think Sergio, dude. I think Sergio was just, looking at those early, late 60s pictures when he was winning Olympia, that's just wild, dude. he was unbelievable, you know, but I think honorable mention would be Dexter just because he's the winningest bodybuilder ever. And Phil Heath, dude, Phil Heath had crazy tie-ins. I think he had a lot of detail. I think during his reign, I mean, there were a lot of ones. I mean, one call out in 2013, the year I came back and competed. I think that was, you know, pretty outstanding. Very rarely does Mr. Olympia, you know, the question is, you know, does Big Ramy retain his third this year? I think so. If you guys want my opinion on who's going to win, if you asked me early in the year, I would have probably been uncertain, probably would have actually been pushing towards Brandon, but now I'd have to say, you know, Big Ramy's got it in the bag, so. All right, let's go walk here. I'm gonna show you what happened last night, so come check this out. So, come over here. Running out of space here. The guy just came and watched all the cars. I wanna show you guys, you know, I've been bragging about, I did a video on this Urus. I don't know if anyone's really seen this S-Class yet, but check this out.
I don't know if we'll be there.
Can you see it, or?
Yeah.
You see that, guys?
Yeah.
I think the rock actually hit right there, dude.
Yeah. Mine hit right there, and it's cracking all over here. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got 1,000 miles on the Urus. Okay, I haven't even really, I just put this on my Instagram, but yeah, let me show the inside a little bit because everyone likes the color.
Yeah.
Pretty sick, right?
Oh, that smells so good.
Yeah. I special ordered this one.
That's nice.
Yeah, this is the blue I wanted.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Dave Enders actually helped me order that.
Uh-oh.
He's not the best influence, is he?
He's not.
With these cars.
He's great to spend money.
I know. Such a beautiful day, huh?
I love this weather right now. Can't beat it. Yeah, look at mine.
Yeah.
You see?
Oh, damn, that's a big one, Dave.
No.
What are you gonna do now? You gotta put your little
I'm gonna
head.
lose that. Shit, I'm gonna have to reorder it.
Yeah, see, like I told you, I have tint on mine too, which is costing me a fortune, you know? Yeah, they came and did all my windows today, which, you know, I never imagined when I moved to Vegas, dude, there'd be such a thing as window cleaners. Like back east, did anyone ever clean your windows? No, right? Because it stays so shitty there all the time. So the guy's coming to do all my lights at 11.
What do you mean lights?
I'm redoing some of the lights because they're burnt out or broken. Okay. And then we have a new house cleaner coming to give us a quote. So, all right, let's get to these questions, guys, because I want to get this knocked out. All right, so, hey Jay, I always wanted pro bodybuilders to talk about accepting the body's aging. I just wonder if we can talk about that in your podcast, or what process go to help yourself not to get depressed, knowing that your physique will start to go downsize, because I assume all pros go through that, unless I'm wrong. But if you could touch on that subject, unless we have, but I think it's us fans would like to hear that. So they want to know about age.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time, dude.
Yeah.
I've accepted age really well. Have you accepted age really well?
What do you think?
This is great because I like when you talk a little bit about it too, because listen, I achieved the ultimate, right? I won the Olympia. It was like my lifelong goal. I can't speak for the other guys that didn't follow through, you know, and get that ultimate victory, but it's hard sometimes to look in the mirror and see your physique start to disappear, like the shoulders are, you know, listen, we all end up going this way. Yeah. That's the shitty part, right? I don't know if that's the right term, melting.
It's kind of what it looks like.
But, you know, the skin doesn't lay the same. I mean, you know, it's just changes, man. You got to accept it. I mean, you know, I wake up now and I'm 49 and it's like, holy shit, like, where'd all the years go, right?
You know.
Feels like I just won the Olympia yesterday.
Yep.
So how do I overcome that? Listen, I stay with the same routine, man. I just, you know, like I said, I'm making goals. Like I have this fit to 50. Like if you set certain goals and say, okay, I want to try to lean this out, and listen, you may not hit those goals, but that's what's keeping you challenged, right? It's like the guy that goes in the gym and wants to bench press 300. You know, he works and he's stuck at 275, and you know, it just may not be in his cards, you know, but at least you keep working towards something. I think that's the main thing. So like we unfortunately, we all have one thing that we can never beat, and that's Father Time. Yeah. Okay. So next question from Vincent. Does creatine work with water, or do you need dextrose? How about the loading, old school days of 20 grams for 5 days? How about the shortage? Is it true? Love your Jay's pet butter from my bulldog, loves it, okay? So creatine absolutely does work. I think it's honestly the best supplement that people don't realize. I think it's the most simplest. I think it's great for strength. It's great for fullness. I feel like you can load it. I think a lot of products, a lot of these pre-workouts have it in it. So I think the loading thing is kind of phased out a little bit because it's added in so many other products that we've kind of pushed away from that. But yes, I would suggest loading, for front loading it for 5, even if it's 10 grams. I don't think you need to do 20 because each scoop is about 5 grams. But definitely run a cycle. I think you should cycle on and off. And I think it does work, but you don't need dextrose with it necessarily. I would definitely take it while you train intra or right after the workout, to be truthful, okay? With your creatine, at least 5 grams. All right, so Brian, he says, here's my question for you, Jay. When you decided to pursue bodybuilding as a career, was your health always a priority, or did you just want to get as big and hard as fast as possible like most pros today? Can you explain your thought process on this from the beginning of your career? Thank you so much for your time. I'm a huge fan. Love you, man. All right, so when I wanted to pursue bodybuilding, I didn't consider health at all because, to be honest, there was no talk of any drugs or, right? Tell me what you, all I knew was you had to eat a lot of food. And it was clean food, so I always thought, okay, the health aspect is really great. And looking at magazine covers with guys that had great skin, full head of hair, good looking people on the beach in California, how can you not think it's healthy?
Right.
Not until you get deep into the midst of bodybuilding, the internet comes about, and then people start spilling out more information, a lot of false information, because do I think I did it healthy? Somewhat. Do I feel I abused drugs? Absolutely. To get to the elite level, but to be in the very beginning, I didn't do drugs in the beginning. I didn't even think about it, right? We just went to the gym and we worked out. We thought this is absolutely healthy. Looking at people in the gym, I had older guys in there and they were in great shape. No one was talking about drugs or anything in the health aspect or being too big, because remember, I wasn't surrounded by monsters where I grew up. There wasn't anyone that was really at that level until I started going, on trips to California, whatever else. Then I saw guys that were crazy huge, right? Was there anyone super huge in your gym that, you know what I mean? No. So I think that's that. So eventually, I realized that, long term it wouldn't be as healthy, where I still feel like you can do it in a healthy aspect. Just don't push your body beyond limitations, okay? Just a question. If you were to get back into training full-time, they highlighted full-time. You love this question. How did you think you would fare today? Would you be more lean? Can you get back too close to where you were considering time off age? Okay, this is Big Dog that wrote this in. Fuck, it's a great question.
Great question.
I couldn't get back to where I was. No way. Like I said, skin doesn't lay the same. I think it's harder for me to get certain muscles to look the way they did, because I think you lose fullness as you get older. I mean, you hear about the legs, but I feel there's other body parts that you sometimes don't have that craziness either. And for me, I mean, I couldn't. How would I fare? I think if I brought my physique back in 2009, I think I would win today.
Okay, I was going to ask you that, yeah.
Right, don't you think?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you could turn back time and compete today at your best, how do you think you would do that? It's a good question also, yeah. I think so, 2009. That was a good look, man.
Yeah. I mean, people talk about 2001, 2009, and I got a lot of questions about that when I was in England.
I think you were more impressive in 2009 for some reason to me in my head.
Were you at 2001 or?
I saw it on video.
Yeah. I mean, you needed to be there, because even when I went to the Arnold UK, I just did a review on my podcast, but Andrew Jack wasn't the most shredded, but the shape is just, and I think the shape accounts for a lot. I really got discouraged when they're like, well, his glutes aren't as striated as the guy next to him, but the guys next to him doesn't have the structure. I don't think that should overcome only for bodybuilding. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
I don't think it should.
I mean, look at Cormier. He never had striated glutes.
Yeah, but he had the shape.
Yeah.
And he got third at the Olympia once or twice,
5-time Ironman champ.
I mean, what's your take on Andrew Jack?
I'm a fan. I like him. I think
the question that is arising is, can he show up like he has? Because it seems like very similar, Texas versus England, UK, Arnold.
I mean, he's just getting started,
they're very similar, but can he be in the top 6 like that is the question.
I think if he can get better until the Olympia, he could.
Yeah.
he needs to make some progress, you know. But remember, he's only got 2 years under his belt. He's a baby.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know, so. And I think he's riding the wave right now. I think he's got a lot of good momentum on his side.
Yeah.
We'll see. He'll be making the Olympia exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about this lot right here.
Oh, okay. Is it bigger than yours?
Same size, half acre, yeah. So I put an offer in on this thing. There's also some land down the street that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But people have been asking about this house. This house got burned in the middle of construction. But this lot here, which I want you guys, this is the only lot left in my development. 18 homes here. So my goal in this, okay, if this is something that I do, this project, I'm gonna build a super contemporary home here. And I'm actually gonna have 3 levels. So I'm gonna have a rooftop here. So the home will sit here, okay? And you have strip views from the roof. So the strip is this way. Okay, so this may be the ideal. And looking out, I want you to show what you see here. So this is it's at the cul-de-sac at the end right here. So this may be the future new spot for another house just right down the street from mine.
So you'll sell your house and move here?
I don't know if I'll sell mine or not. I don't know. Maybe I'll Airbnb it to all the people and
that's a good idea.
all the come stay in the Cutler Castle. Yeah, so I appreciate all the questions, guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate writing in, and you know, we're doing these Q&A. Was it J Talks?
You'll have to
Jaywalks, Jaywalks, J Talks.
Yeah, you'll have to think of a good title.
And you know, we appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. You had just had a great Ask the Doc on right now. And a lot of people are getting
Done well.
Yeah, it's done really well.
Yeah.
I knew it would be a good one when you mentioned it to me.
Yeah.
And the question was, do you need to take testosterone?
Well, actually,
What is it?
the whole premise was that when Michael Hearn came by the Powerhouse grand opening,
Yeah.
and he had this talk with Kenny Ko,
Yeah.
he was basically saying that it is possible as you get older, through nutrition and proper training and all that stuff, to keep your natural testosterone high. So I asked that question to Dr. Rand to see his take on it. So you'll have to go watch the video to see what he says. That's the question.
Yeah, it's getting a ton of traction though. I love it, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll answer some of those questions too, guys, but make sure you guys like, comment, please. What do you think about my top 5? What do you think about my top 5 ever?
Yeah.
Would you agree or?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a good one. Yeah. It's hard, man.
Who'd I leave out?
Bodybuilders.
Yeah, who'd I leave out? I didn't include myself in there.
No, I think you have all the right guys.
Yeah. So appreciate you guys, you know, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share the video. Comment, get us some more questions. If you guys want to be part of J Talks, we'll be covering the next 5 questions in the next week. And appreciate you guys so much, man. Vegas weather's starting to change over now. We appreciate this. This is the ideal time of year. And we both have cracked windshields. So something's going on. That's very rare.
Yeah.
So shout out to you guys. Love you guys. Thank you.
No mercy for you, no worries for you. That Game of Thrones, go Cersei on you. I flipped the script, I roll the dice. Don't fall asleep, cause I'm working nights. Hey, you trying to shut me